Carvel on the beat.
It's Tastepink, and I'm going to be recreating a look inspired by the notorious KIA here on YouTube. It's this super gorgeous frohawk, and I'm using the braidless crochet technique along with super simple products to show you guys how to finesse your way into this Tastepink. And I'm going to be recreating a look inspired by the notorious KIA here on YouTube. It's this super gorgeous frohawk, and I'm using the braidless crochet technique along with super simple products to show you guys how to finesse your way into this gorgeous frohawk. So without further ado, let's get into it. It's your favorite, and I'm back. Okay, welcome back. And if you don't know, you're new. I have type 4C natural hair, but it's lightly blown out today. And I like to pre-treat my hair, and I'm using my DIY whipped shea butter. If you have not seen the tutorial where I created this magical goodness, what are you waiting on? Go check it out. So I love that with this product, I can warm it up in my hand, and it makes it easier to distribute on the length of the hair. And I really like to work this in, and you can also target your scalp with this type of butter by doing about a 5 to 10 minute scalp massage, which is also super soothing and stimulating. Now, you all know I cannot part. It's nothing new, but I'm trying. But luckily, this style is super simple. When I saw it, I was like, okay, I might be able to get away with, making it look fly. And I definitely had to take a few, photos with my camera to make sure it was okay. So I think this part was good. I created a similar part on the left side of my head. I had to do that on my own. Now to get into the smaller, more intricate parts, and this is why crooked parts matter. I'm going to add a little bit of the Ebin New York 48-hour edge tamer before I go in to create the smaller, more intricate parts. But the great thing about this style, I feel like you can definitely kind of freestyle it, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to be using the My Fluffy Puffs Regal 7 Growth Oil, and I'm going to put this in a little container and saturate my rubber band. I know some people are afraid of breakage, but I do this all the time prior to putting the rubber bands on my hair. I prefer these. I don't have a problem. I use a seam ripper to remove them, which I highly recommend. I'll have one linked in the description for you guys. You know I care. Now, this is how the first part turned out, so I'm moving on to the second one. And this is where it kind of went like a little left, but it can still work out. We're gonna make it work. I'm optimistic. Struggle braid gang, crooked parts matter, rep your set, okay? And again, saturate your rubber bands before putting them into your hair, and you don't have to, knot the rubber band too many times or turn it around itself. Just be super gentle on your hair, especially near the perimeter hairline. And I believe for this, I did about 5 to 6 sections. Now I'm going to show you guys how I twisted the hair to make it all go in one line down towards the nape, but this is not the way that I recommend doing it. If you guys look, I'm twisting the length of my hair, which is in essence it's correct, but I'm not covering the rubber bands, which is critical. You want to cover the rubber bands so they're not seen. It creates a neater look. So I'll show you guys the correct way to do it later on, but I want to show you guys. Sometimes I mess up. To be covered, just save yourself. So just concentrate, your Ebin New York edge tamer, and I'm also using the Got to Be Glam Force sculpting gel, which works really well on my hair. It doesn't leave it feeling super hard, but it provides maximum hold, which I really like and recommend for the tighter, more kinky hair textures. this point, I began crocheting in the pre-looped hair at its full length of 20 inches. This is the color 1. It's not my preferred color, but it works. And this texture is very, very, very tightly coiled. You definitely want to take your time. It's easy to pre-loop and not, but you just want to be careful because you can create unruly frizz. This hair does frizz, so be careful. I know how to work with it, but from a beginner standpoint, you could easily get frustrated with this texture. But I feel like this is the best textured hair to use for the look because the Notorious KIA has like gorgeous, full, voluminous, thick hair. And I feel like this really captured the aesthetic.
I'm gonna keep it real. How you make me feel. Boy,
And I'm just using a shampoo comb to create even more volume and a little bit of frizz to give it more body. And then you want to place bobby pins at the base of the crochet knots to keep them secure and in place so they're not sliding. Even though this is braidless crochet, you can still anchor the hair in place. And you don't want to put too many bobby pins. You want to be strategic going from the front of the hairline down towards the nape.
the way you do your thing, baby, you can bring it on, you can swing it.
And then I'm going to give the hair a trim towards the front of my face. I like to do an inverted triangle. I like more volume towards the forehead and it kind of tapers at the front. And you have to look at the volume at different angles. So, you know, go in the mirror, turn your head to the side, see how it looks, make sure it's full all throughout. I felt like the hair was a little bit flat, so I took even more bobby pins and I kind of pushed the hair over to the opposite side before inserting the bobby pins so I can create height, because I love mohawks that have height to them and it makes it look a lot fuller.
This way, you stay on my mind, think about you all the time.
Now for the braids that we created with the 2 loose ends, you're just going to twist these around each other, do a little bantu knot, and then bobby pin them in place and use the curls to cover them. I went along and of course applied the jewels. It's super easy to do, but tell me, what do you guys think? The Notorious KIA looked absolutely gorgeous and I just wanted to recreate this. So if you guys have styles you want me to recreate, start tagging me on Instagram and make sure you're following me, subscribe, join the family. It's so lit. Meet me in the comments, let's talk, and I will see you in the next one.
Ahora sí, los
Carvel on the beat.